Hi guys, Geechu64 here, and today we're talking about the physical media releases for the month of July in the year 2024. This is the new release wall. And I'm sorry this video is a week late. I usually try and get the new release wall videos up the first Tuesday of the month, so apologies for that. But better late than never. We got a lot of really cool stuff coming out this month. We got new releases, we got the Steelbooks, we've got older movies coming out, the Blu-ray 4K, a few box sets to talk about. But this month I would definitely say is the month of the Steelbook. There's a lot of Steelbooks coming out this month, so if you're a Steelbook fan, this is definitely the month for you. And as always, these are just my picks, as well as some picks that I think you guys might be interested in. We're not going to be talking about every release for the month because this video would be an hour long if that was the case. But with all that said, let's go ahead and jump into the new release wall. All right, let's go ahead and kick this thing off by talking about probably the biggest release of the month, which is Civil War. This is the A24 movie. This is Alex Garland. I like Alex Garland sometimes. He directed and wrote Ex Machina, which is really great, but he also did Men, which was another A24 film, which was not good. But he also wrote Dread, which I really love. So I don't know. I still haven't seen this one. I've heard some mixed reactions about it. I'm not really sure if I'm going to pick it up. This may be a wait for streaming or wait for physical media to go down for this one. But we obviously got the Blu-ray here. And then you've also got this, which I think is pretty cool, which is an Amazon exclusive 4K. Now, Amazon does have exclusives from time to time, and it's always cool when they come out, like with John Wick. When John Wick 4 came out, there was a exclusive, I think it was a Mondo lenticular that came out for that one. But it's always good when Amazon has these exclusives. We've also got The Fall Guy coming out. Maybe this is the second biggest movie of the month. I guess it depends on what it is you're personally interested in. But for me, The Fall Guy is the thing that I'm most interested in picking up this month. And I haven't seen it. I heard it was pretty good, and I already pre-ordered the Steelbook. So this is the standard 4K, which is the basic poster, I believe. But if you actually look at the Steelbook option, I really love this Steelbook. I went ahead and pre-ordered it as soon as it dropped. I like Ryan Gosling. I think he's great in just about everything. It's kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio for me, and Denzel Washington. There's certain actors that I want to see the movies that they're in. Yeah, I'm really interested in checking out this when it comes out, and I just really love this Steelbook. It just looks great. And if you're an anime fan, we've got the newest Studio Ghibli film coming out, The Boy and the Heron. This is Miyazaki film. I believe this is supposed to be Miyazaki's last movie. I think that's what I heard. I'm not a super anime fan or anything like that. I've just recently started getting into some of the Studio Ghibli films and checking them out. The ones that I have seen, I really liked. I really like Spirited Away. I think that's probably my favorite one so far of the ones that I've seen. But I'm looking forward to checking this one out. So this is a standard 4K. Now, if you look at the Steelbook option, though, this is pretty cool because this is keeping on the same kind of vibe, the same kind of layout as the other Studio Ghibli films that have come out, like, again, Spirited Away. Kind of a minimalist approach to it with the font there at the top. So it is nice that they actually are maintaining that consistency across these movies on the Steelbook option. We've also got Challengers coming out. This is a Zendaya movie about tennis. I've seen the trailer. I watched a couple videos talking about this on YouTube. This is not really my type of movie. I like sports movies, but from everything I've seen, the characters in this movie are not super likable. So I don't know if I'm going to check this one out or not. I know I'm not going to pick it up, but the Blu-ray is Blu-ray only, so it's not dual packed, and there is no 4K release for the Challengers. It is Blu-ray only. We've also got Boy Kills World, which I'm not going to lie, when I first saw this, I was thinking Boy Meets World. When this boy meets world. Like, this is the dark, gritty reboot for Corey Matthews. But anyway, I actually heard some pretty good things about this one as well. I do like the cover. It's got a cool vibe to it. I'm looking forward to checking this one out. There's a Blu-ray option there. Believe there's a 4K option as well. 4K option. We've also got Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3. I believe this was just a 3-parter, so I think this is the conclusion. I did see Part 1. It was okay. It's one of the better DC animated universe movies that have come out because over, like, let's say the last 5 or 6 years, they've just really fallen off a cliff. For anybody out there, I would just recommend waiting until they release the complete set of all 3 parts, because it very much is something that ties in together. I'm a big fan of the comic book. This so far has not lived up to the comic book, but we'll see how it goes. But that one is coming out on Blu-ray, and there's also a 4K option. I believe there's a Steelbook as well, but I think it has the same art. We also got another movie coming out called Unsung Hero, and this is a family movie. It's based on a true story. It's about a producer or something of a Christian band or something like that. I think they moved from Australia. This is what I'm remembering from the trailer from like a month ago when I watched it. So, but anyway, that one's coming out. It's on Blu-ray. No 4K for this one, but it is dual packed, so that's nice. We've also got William Shatner. You can call me Bill. As always, I'm a big Star Trek fan. I've mentioned that quite a bit on the channel, and I've talked about Star Trek a lot on the channel as well. I've even got Deep Space Nine behind me and all the ships behind me, which you may or may not be able to see. But this is just a documentary about William Shatner, who, can you believe it, is over 90 years old, and he's still chugging along. I met him at a convention a couple years ago, and I would not have guessed that he's that age at all. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to checking this one out. It's coming out on Blu-ray. We've also got a Nicolas Cage movie coming out called Arcadian. So this one looks like it'd be pretty good. I believe it's a post-apocalyptic type of movie with Nicolas Cage, and I believe he has 2 sons in the movies. And the last movie I'm talking about today on the new release section is The First Omen. Again, I don't really know too much about this one. It's only coming out on Blu-ray. I'm not really a big horror fan, but Blu-ray only for this one, no 4K. So let's go ahead and move into the Steelbook section. All right, the first Steelbook we're going to talk about today is Twister, and I actually pre-ordered this one, and I've heard a lot of things. People really don't like this Steelbook. They really don't like the art for it. I don't mind it. I actually kind of like the minimalist style. The only thing I really don't like about it is just the color. I do wish that they went with red. For me, what I associate with Twister is more of the color red, and I think that's because the original posters from when it came out, I believe, were red. I think that was the prominent color. I believe the logo was in red. So, I don't know, maybe if you switch this to red, I'm going to do that after I get done filming and see if it looks any good. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think the red makes it look any better, or do you think the green is fine? I do understand why they went with green. There's a line in the movie, if I remember, where he talks about how he can tell when the bad weather's coming by the color of the sky turning green. I do really love Twister. It's a movie that made me as a kid want to be a storm chaser. Maybe I'll talk about that sometime in the future. But anyway, this 4K is coming out. It's not dual packed, so you're only getting the 4K. We've also got a Point Break Steelbook coming out. I really like the look of this. This is really solid. I wish I'd pre-ordered this one. I believe it's still available, so I may go ahead and pop on it. Yeah, I just really like the cover for this. Point Break's a really good movie. If you've seen Fast and the Furious, then you would like Point Break. Point Break came first. Fast and Furious is just Point Break with cars. Don't get me wrong, I love Fast and Furious, the first movie. Great Steelbook. And then we also got SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie, on Steelbook. This is the first time on 4K. I'm always mixed on 4Ks and how necessary they are when it comes to animation, because typically the Blu-ray is plenty sufficient for the type of movie, but the Steelbook looks pretty funny. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. And it's dual packed. We've also got Forrest Gump. Now, this is a Walmart exclusive. This is the 4K for the 30th anniversary. What I think is interesting is that this Steelbook was already released. Like, I've had this Steelbook for a couple years now. This is Blu-ray, not 4K, but they just took the Steelbook that was already released and then put the 4K on it, and now it's a Walmart exclusive. So that's kind of interesting, but it is coming out. It looks like it comes with 2 CDs in the Steelbook too, so that's kind of cool. We've also got Natural Born Killers Steelbook coming out, and it is kind of rare to see like a Steelbook that's this white. That is white with a little TV screen and then the logo's there. I mean, it's pretty basic. I've never seen the movie, but the Steelbook looks very interesting. It's very interesting they went this route with it. We've also got Jaws 3 Steelbook coming out. We've already seen Jaws 1 and Jaws 2 Steelbooks coming out on 4K. This continues the trend with Jaws 3. I actually do own Jaws 3, and it comes with a 3D version, and I just watched it probably about a year ago, I think. Last 4th of July I watched it, and it's schlocky. It's fun. The thing about this is I don't believe it comes with a 3D version, unless the 3D version's on the Blu-ray. But it doesn't say that it does in the information that's available. And then we've also got Jaws the Revenge coming out, and this is a steelbook. Jaws the Revenge is a terrible movie. I'm sorry, there's really nothing redeeming about it to me. I don't like it at all. What a waste of Michael Caine. But I do like the design of these steelbooks. I like how they're the reverse of the posters, where you're seeing it from inside Jaws' mouth. So I like the consistency across these steelbooks. So. The design's great, movie not so good. We've also got Angel Has Fallen, which I believe is the second one. So I believe Olympus Has Fallen was the first one, and then Angel's Fallen was the second one. I think they did 3 of these. I don't know. I really wasn't a fan. 2 movies that came out the same year was Olympus Has Fallen and then White House Down. They're basically the same type of movie. One had Gerard Butler, one had Channing Tatum. I saw both of them. I preferred White House Down. Neither one of them was very good, but also White House Down, it came out over the 4th of July weekend, and for military members, they gave free tickets to go see the movie over the 4th of July weekend. Anyway, I got free tickets to go and see it, so maybe that influenced my opinion. But anyway, I did not see Angels Fallen because I didn't like Olympus Has Fallen or any of the other ones, but I do like the design of the steelbook. I think the design of the steelbook looks pretty good. Anyway, Captain Phillips is coming out on Steelbook, and the Steelbook looks fine, I guess. It doesn't really necessarily pop that much to me. I don't know really what else you could do with this type of movie, making it a Steelbook, but it's not a bad-looking Steelbook, coming out on 4K and is dual-packed. We've also got the Rocky Balboa coming out. This one is dual-packed as well. This is a good-looking Steelbook. I believe this is in the same visual style as the rest of the Rocky steelbooks that have come out over the last year. So it's good that they are continuing that here. And Rocky Balboa is I don't think it's a bad movie. It's got that great speech in it. We've also got Rocky 5 coming out as well. That's out of order because Rocky Balboa was first, and then Rocky 5, and then Rocky Balboa. So I went out of order there talking about these. But yeah, Rocky 5 is not that great. Rocky 5's the worst one. And I already have all the Rocky movies here on Blu-ray, so it's not really anything I would upgrade. If I'm going to upgrade any of the movies, I'd probably just upgrade the first one because the first one is the best one, I think. Yeah, I mean, would you say the first Rocky is the best one? I don't know. I actually kind of like Rocky 4. Parts of Rocky 4. I actually like Rocky 2. I don't know.
You know nothing.
Which Rocky is the best Rocky? I don't know. We just know. I think most people will agree the best Rocky's not Rocky 5. We got another steelbook coming out. This is the Meg. It's labeled as a limited edition steelbook. I thought maybe this was a reprint, but maybe not. And I actually like the Meg. It's like a sea-level monster movie, and when you watch it on that level, it's pretty enjoyable. It's far way better than Meg 2. Meg 2 was bad in my opinion. The Meg, it hit the right tone. It worked out. I like the Meg, but I already own it on Blu-ray. It's not really a movie I'm going to upgrade, but the steelbook does look pretty good. This is based on one of the original posters for the movie. And we got the Escape Plan triple feature, so all 3 movies. I didn't even realize there were 3 movies for the Escape Plan. I think the first one's the only one that I remember vaguely, but this is a Walmart exclusive steelbook. Steelbook looks kind of interesting. It looks like it should be glow in the dark. We've also got this Cocaine Bear steelbook coming out. Obviously, Cocaine Bear was a meme kind of movie last year, and we're getting a steelbook now. I actually kind of like it. I kind of like how cheap looking it is, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure about the color necessarily. I guess they're going for honey because it's a bear. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. I kind of like how kind of sketchy the steelbook looks. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. We've also got Saw X steelbook coming out. Saw 10. This one, Saw 10, I think came out last year. I don't know. Like I said before, I'm not really into horror movies. I don't really watch that. I've never seen a Saw movie. But the steelbook itself, The design's pretty cool. I will give it that. That's for sure. We got Halo Season 2 Steelbook coming out. What a massive disappointment this show was. I liked Halo 3. I liked Halo Reach. I liked Halo ODST. Great Halo games. And you finally get the live action movie. And it's like, what is this? This is Master Chief. This isn't Master Chief. Hashtag not my Master Chief. Anyway, that kind of wraps up the Steelbook section. So let's go ahead and talk about the older movies that are coming out to Blu-ray and 4K, some for the first time. All right, let's kick it off by going and talking about Twister, just like we did with the Steelbook. So this is what the basic release looks like. A lot of people crapped on the Steelbook design, and then this one came out, and people were like, well, maybe the Steelbook design isn't that bad. Yeah, because I'm not really a fan of this. I actually do think it looks worse than the Steelbook, in my opinion. Neither one of them are like top tier. Jaws 3 not only had a Steelbook release, you also got the basic release option as well. And Jaws of Revenge is the same. And this is what the basic release looks like. Next up, we've got UHF. This is the Weird Al movie. It's getting a 4K release. I never would have thought that it'd get a 4K release. I believe the Blu-rays, they hardly even printed any of them. I remember it. They only did a few, and then it was out of print for a while, and it was back in. So I don't know. Yeah, it is kind of crazy. I like Weird Al. I grew up listening to Weird Al songs. So we've also got Election on 4K coming out. I believe this is the first standard release on 4K. I know I had a Criterion release, which I believe was a 4K. It might have been a Blu-ray. I'm not really sure. But Election coming out of 4K is also a pretty good movie. We've got Anchorman as well coming to 4K, one of Will Ferrell's best movies. I think that's pretty universal. I think it's one of his best movies, if not his best movie of all time. It's coming out to 4K, first time, 20th anniversary. I can't believe it's been 20 years since the movie came out. You know what? I do have a question for you guys. What do you guys think about comedies coming to 4K? Do you think they're necessary? Do you think if you already have a comedy on Blu-ray, are you going to upgrade to 4K for a comedy? Now, typically, I can see it for like certain dramas, definitely for action movies, anything like, special effects in that, upgrading to 4K, or if the initial transfers are bad. But I don't know. I'm always iffy on comedies getting 4K upgrades as far as me upgrading. If I saw a 4K next to a Blu-ray, I'd probably pick up the 4K, but as far as upgrades go, what do you guys think? We've also got Man from U.N.C.L.E. This is the Arrow 4K coming out, which is a really good movie. I think it's kind of underrated. Well, I wouldn't say it's a really good movie. I'd probably give it like a 6.5 out of 10. It's definitely worth a watch. And I'm 6.5 is a good rating, guys. 5 is, hey, this is average. You can watch it or not. So 6.5, it's a recommend from me. I already have the Blu-ray here. It was a movie that I actually saw in theaters. It went pretty under the radar when it came out. Not too many people talk about it. But it is a pretty good movie. We've also got Risky Business Criterion coming out. I've never actually seen Risky Business, but as Tom Cruise movie coming out on Criterion. We also got Just Mercy coming out on 4K. It's always weird that they're not dual packing these things when you see the label there. 4K, and that's all you get. Like, why even put the label on it if that's all you're really going to give us? But that one's coming out with Michael B. Jordan. We've got Invasion USA, which is a Chuck Norris movie coming out. I've never actually seen this one, or maybe I have. I saw a lot of Chuck Norris movies on TV back in the day, so maybe if I started watching this, I would remember seeing parts of it. We've also got Black Mass. This is a Johnny Depp movie. I have not seen this one either. Again, coming out to 4K and is not dual packed. We've got Focus coming out. Again, not dual packed. Actually own Focus on Blu-ray. I'm not going to upgrade. I actually saw it on a plane, and I found it at the used bookstore for $2 and went and picked it up. It's one of Margot Robbie's earlier movies. It's been out for quite some time. It's okay. It's an okay movie. We've also got Dark Angel coming out to 4K as well. I've never seen this. Phantoms coming out on 4K as well. I've never seen this one. But let's go ahead and move on to the box set options that are going to be available this month. So with Rocky 5 coming out and then Rocky Balboa coming out, that rounds up all of the 4K upgrades for the Rocky collection. So you are going to get an option to get all of the Rocky movies here on 4K. It's got the director's cuts for Rocky 4 and Rocky Balboa. Again, I already have the Blu-ray here. You can get the Blu-ray for significantly cheaper than the 4K, although I have no doubt that this 4K upgrade is going to be a much better picture than what you get with the Blu-ray set. But if picture quality is not for you and you want to save some money and you want these movies, you can get the Blu-ray. But the 4K is available. This does not include, obviously, the 3 Creed movies that came out. You know, I can see them not including Creed 3 because Sylvester Stallone wasn't in it. But I would include Creed 1 and Creed 2 as part of the Rocky franchise. I would say Creed 3 is where it really just spun off and didn't, you know, since it had anything to do with Rocky, I understand why that one wasn't included. But you've also got the Jaws collection. Because as I said, Jaws Revenge is a terrible movie, but you're getting the 4K option there. They're asking $74 for it. Ted Lasso, the complete collection on Blu-ray. This includes all 3 seasons of the show. I haven't seen Ted Lasso, but I've heard a lot of really good things from people who have seen it. One of my friends who really wants me to check this thing out, but I have not got around to checking it out. It is coming out on physical media. I believe it was an Apple Plus, which is why not as many people have seen it, but I know a lot of people have heard about it. So it's always nice when you get streaming shows getting physical media releases, but they're asking $101 for this thing, which is crazy because I think the seasons are only like 10 or 11 episodes. So for like 30 episodes, you're paying $100. That's just premium, insane pricing. Price point's just not there for me to pick this one up, but maybe down the line. We also got the 3 Stooges collection coming out, 20 discs on Blu-ray. Wow. I love the 3 Stooges. I've always loved the 3 Stooges. I grew up watching it, and I actually own the whole collection on DVD. I'm pretty sure the Blu-ray is going to look pretty good. 20 discs, man, that's crazy. But yeah, it's cool to see 3 Stooges coming out. We've also got Columbo the Return collection coming out. So this is the Columbo movies from 89 to 2003. I'm not as familiar with this. I've seen a few of these movies, I think. I actually just got the other Columbo set that came out on DVD. And last and probably least, True Detective Night Country, which is the 4th season in the True Detective series. Each series is its own self-contained story. In my opinion, the only one worth watching is this one with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. Season 2 with Vince Vaughn in that wasn't very good. Season 3 with Mahershala Ali was okay. That was better. Mahershala Ali is a great actor. Everything I've seen about Night Country has been bad. What do you guys think? Has anybody watched this and liked it? I don't know. Comment and let me know. But as always, what do you guys think? What are some of the pickups you guys plan on picking up this month? And if there's anything I didn't talk about, comment below and continue that conversation and share what it is you're looking forward to most this month out on physical media. And that wraps up the new release wall for the month of July in the year 2024. I should be having a video coming out on the channel kind of detailing some channel updates and some things as far as why I haven't had as many videos this year and some changes that I kind of want to put into play. And hopefully we'll get some more videos rolling out and I can get that video out soon. So I just want to thank everybody for sticking around on this channel. Thank you, subscribers. All of you are awesome. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff or don't. I'm not a beggar. I'm GeekTrue64 and I'll always tell you the truth.